First, I'm going to use the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and I'm applying that with my fingers on my eyes. And then I'm going to use some concealer to brighten up the inner eye area because it tends to get a little dark there. For this tutorial, I'm using the Wet n Wild Color Icon eyeshadow palette in Rose in the Air, and it's a definite dupe for the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I'm going to take this color and I'm using that as a base for my inner eye and also for my brow bone area. I'm going to take this transition shade. It does say transition, but I'm going to use that for the transition. And I'm using the AOA Studio blending brush, and I will have a full video on the brushes pretty soon. I just wanted to test them out and see how they work with different eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to be blending that all over my crease, and I'm not going to be very careful with it or have it in certain places. I just want it all over the crease area. And then I'm going to extend that shadow outwards because we're going to be doing a cut crease for this look. Make sure it's well blended and you have that whole entire color in your crease, and take it above where the fold of the crease is. I'm going to be taking the dark shade in this palette, and I'm using a Wet n Wild angled brush to create that cut crease line. So we're going to start that off first. Some people do the cut crease a little differently. I just want to try different ways on how to do different cut creases, but this one I prefer. I don't mind it, I like it, but there's different ways and I don't mind it. Now I'm going to be taking this shadow, and I'm going to take a smaller blending brush from Morphe, and I'm going to blend that shadow out, that harsh shadow. We're going to also top that shadow, and we're going to blend that very well. It may look a little messy right now, but trust me, it's going to come along in a little bit. And I'm gonna go back and blend that out with no extra product on the brush, the same brush we used for the transition. We're going to blend everything out, and I'm going to go back and pick up that dark purpley red shade, and we're going to apply that again into the crease. So we want to deepen that up really good and have that transition from the light to the darkest. With this kind of look, you really want to blend very well. Got me onto higher ground. I think I'm in too deep. When you heard me calling for you, already giving up on someone that you love, someone that you love, someone that you love. Now I'm going to go back with that deep shade we used to cut our crease, and we're going to go over that line one more time because I don't want it to disappear. Even though we blended right on top of it, it still is there, but I want to deepen it a little more and blend it out one more time. With the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, I'm going to take a little concealer brush from BH, and I'm going to clean that entire lid area to cut that crease so it can be very sharp and crisp. So you want to take your time, don't rush it. I know it's like an impatient feeling to like want to have that look already, but make sure you be careful and you don't want to mess this up, because once you mess it up, that's it. Like, you're gonna have to start all over, and you're picking up enough product. You don't want to pick up too much concealer like I did, because I forget that the Pro Longwear Concealer is a thick formula, and for it to like be all over the eyes, you have to like be careful on how much you're picking up. So make sure you blend that out really well, and it's not like gonna cake up when you apply some shadow on your eyelids. And once you're done completing that cut crease and cleaning it up, you want to wing it out at the end so that it has like a nice curve to it and it's really pretty. And you can like leave it like this after you apply shadow, or you can top it with eyeliner, which I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that. Now that I'm done cleaning up that area for the cut crease, I'm going to apply a light powder on my eyelids to have a nice base for the neck shadow, which is this really light orchid violet kind of shade. And I want to be careful with applying this. I don't want to transfer it above or past that crease line, so make sure you be careful and tap it. And I do a little swiping motions here and there, but I want to really pack this shade on because I notice it's not a strong shade, but it is visible once you apply it a couple of times on the lid. For liner, I'm going to be using one of my favorite liners. This is Catrice Matte Liquid Liner, and I'm going to do a really fine, sharp, thin eyeliner. I don't do a full view on the eyeliner, I just give you a glimpse of what I do, but you don't want to do this really thick because you don't want to cover up that beautiful shade on the lid. Now I'm going to take some lashes from Lilly Lashes, and these are in the style Miami, and then I'm going to apply some mascara. This is the Maybelline Big Shot Mascara, and I don't want to apply too much of coating on my eyelashes. I just want enough to where it is visible and it's not powdery looking. For eyeliner, I'm going to use the City Color Cosmetics black eyeliner, and I like it because it's creamy and it glides on really nicely. And I prefer my Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner, but this one is like second runner-up of like one of the best liners I own. So I'm gonna take some of that shadow we applied in our crease area and blending that out in the lower lashes. And I don't want to apply too much of the shadow. I want the main focus to be on the crease. I do apply some mascara from the one that I applied on my top lashes. And I want to really apply a lot of mascara on my bottom lashes to make it look like a doll-like. For my face, I'm going to bronze up my face with this e.l.f. contour and blush duo. And I really like this contour, and I do apply it on my nose so I can kind of have a snatched nose. And then I blend it out with a little bit of powder that I had from earlier. And I'm going to take this e.l.f. blush. I will list everything down in the description box on what I used and what shade it is. And I noticed with this blush you have to really dig in there and remove that first layer to show up on the skin. For highlighter, I'm taking this AOA Studio Wonder highlighter. I was going to say blush. I wanted to try this dollar highlighter, and it really did appear really nicely on the skin. I really like it. And I do apply that in my inner eye and the first part of my bottom lashes. I'm going to be using the AOA Studio. This is from Shop Miss A, if you're wondering what brand this is. This is like their dollar brand. But I'm going to be using their liquid lipsticks, and I'll list the shade down below or on the screen itself. And I felt like it was way too dark for this type of look, so I wanted to tone it down and apply the nude liquid lipstick that I bought from them as well. When you're applying like a dark lipstick and then have a nude lipstick on top of it, or any light shadow to blend it out, because if you don't blend it out, it's gonna look really odd and you're gonna look like from the 80s. So this is my final look. Let me know what you think of this makeup look, and if you own this palette, let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to see more looks, definitely let me know, and wait to the end to subscribe and watch my last video. Thank you so much guys for watching.